Yeah, man, that's a clip from the new series. It's called 10 Star. It's premiering on Amazon Prime. That'll be
Friday, September 29th.
The 29th.
So you know.
And starring as Detective Jim Worth. He's here with us today, the one and only Tim Roth. Tim.
Tim, what are you doing? Like, you just seem so fun to hang out with. What are you doing your off days? Do you just drink?
I'm just at home with my mob. No, because my life is on the road. So when I'm home, it's a vacation. That's my real vacation.
Okay.
I get that.
So I'm just down with hanging with my mates.
Okay.
Which is the family.
10 Star.
Yes.
We got a chance to watch a couple of episodes.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
No, I don't watch.
What? You feel uncomfortable just viewing yourself?
I stopped about 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, wow.
You should watch this. It's
Yeah.
good.
No, I was in it.
Yeah.
I remember it being all right.
I was going to say,
We're going back for more.
how do you know if you're getting better?
I see. This is the thing. When I was, because we're doing a second season of it, we're about to start shooting in like January, February, around there. And they were talking to me, saying, "Well, will you watch some of it?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I'll watch a little bit at the beginning, a little bit in the middle, and a little bit at the end, because I got to play the guy again.
Okay.
And so I have to be sure that I'm in the right shoes." And then I'll go back and have another crack at it.
Well, speaking of getting better, is it true that you don't really have any formal acting training? Like you didn't come from a theater background?
No. I did it as a joke. I thought it was, and it was a joke. I auditioned for a play at school, high school, you would call it, as a joke, thinking I was being funny. And the woman who ran the drama, sort of the teacher or whatever she was at school, it was like what you would call public school, like proper school. She went, "Come here, you." All right then. And it was a joke that actually backfired on me completely, because I had to go out in front of all of the school bullies and all of the nut jobs that were at school and sing and dance. And I crap myself. Actually pissed myself.
You did.
For real.
Okay.
And then by the time I got it's true.
It was a proud moment.
Before even the lights were coming up, I was like, oh my God. And then I fell in love with it. And then I was buggered, because that's like you're chasing the buzz and nobody gets to do the job that I got to do, luckily. But nobody gets it. I mean, there's tons of people want to be an actor. Fair play. Why not? It's better than working for a living.
Yeah.
And I got to do it.
You don't read for roles anymore either?
Because I'm crap.
Okay.
Yeah. Really, really, really. I figured after about 3 films, they can go and look at them, and if they like me, they'll hire me. If they don't, then don't.
I know that's
fair
right.
play.
Yo, give that man a round of applause. That's gangster. What the hell?
Yeah.
But I'm crap at it. I lost a lot of jobs by auditioning. So I figured out 50-50. I'll just take,
I love Tim, man.
Well, he's playing a former London police detective as Jim Worth in this new series that he's never watched. So let me
I'm
ask
not saying you shouldn't watch it.
No,
I'm
it's
just saying,
it's great.
I know what I look like. It's fine.
Let me ask you this. I won't give away any of it.
Okay.
But there is violence in
Yes.
this series, and there's gun violence. And then I know
Yes.
personally, you're for gun control, right?
Yes.
Okay. How do you reconcile that your personal beliefs with your professional?
My guns aren't real.
in the movie.
They're not real.
Okay.
I don't know. I find it. Oh, there's a pug up on your telly. So I love pugs. I got a pug called Frank. He's cool.
pugs too.
What can I tell you? He's deaf. He screams a lot, but he's cool. So I'm sorry, you got your TV on, man. What was I saying?
Your guns aren't
guns.
real. Yeah.
No, it's terrifying. I mean, I had to go. I once went to. So I got my liberal bullshit on one day, and
You got to put it on and take it off.
I got loads of it. I got loads of liberal bullshit. So I went to when Columbine happened. I was in New York promoting something in which I picked up guns and killed people in the thing. And then Columbine happened, and I went, "Oh shit! You've got to do something, right? You have to do something." So I volunteered to do. I went to the Reagan Library down the road from the White House. and it was the Brady guys. It was the Brady Bill. It was the guy that was killed or shot trying to protect Reagan that time. And they asked me to come and make a speech about what it feels like. What's your part in the role? What's your role in the game? In this gun violence? And I said, I think it's important that somebody who acts it should have a chat about it. You know. And so I did, and it's very, very difficult to think that you might be complicit. I think it, and we might. There's always nuts out there, but your access to arms out here is just phenomenal.
In the States.
Yeah, it's just. Yeah. They had a mass murder in Australia. They banned him. Banned him. Done. And we had this. We have the same in England. You know, we have a lot of violence out there, and there's some guns about now, but we don't have what you have out here. It's pretty scary, I think.
Yeah, it's scary every day. Go to bodega, buy some chips, a soda, and a gun. You know,
it's weird. Walmart, right? Wasn't it Walmart?
Walmart.
Yes.
You can buy at Walmart. Yeah.
What's that about? Me and me and Paul Giamatti. Do you know who Paul Giamatti is?
Yeah.
Fantastic actor, right? So we were doing the monkey movie. We were doing Planet of the Apes, right? So we were in the middle of nowhere, and we decided to go to Walmart to buy guns, right? So because you could, but we decided, better than that, let's get paintball stuff. So we got completely sidetracked, and we were planning this whole war dressed as apes in the desert in Plano, it was in Texas. We never got around to it. We never unpacked them. But we were planning a war. But you walked past the gun cabinet.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still
No, they still got. Yeah, they still got them.
How's that possible?
In America, everything's possible, Tim.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. 10-star once again on September 29th to be on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I wanted to ask because
There's another one. Look, I'm sorry. It's like it's interesting.
Turn the TV off, man. Tim can't keep his attention.
I don't know anyone. That's what's interesting.
Okay. Right.
I actually don't know who that is.
Let me see who that is.
We're
But
back
why
to
are we
the
looking?
TV.
We're on radio,
I'm
guys.
I'm sorry.
Get
It's
back
Pearl
to the-
Jam.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah,
anyone. It's
okay.
Pearl Jam. I do know who Pearl Jam is.
Okay.
Okay.
It's that guy with the voice, right? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
damn near forgot my question.
It's about 10
So
stars.
let me have it.
So watching Tim star, and I don't want to give anything away, just like Sway said, because there is some. I mean, the way it starts, you know, some shit's gonna happen immediately.
Yes.
They kind of foreshadow a scene what happens with your family.
Oh,
things
okay.
Like that.
Yeah,
So,
I know what you want. Which one you're talking about? Yeah.
yeah. So
Tim doesn't know. He's just here, man.
That's actually-
it's a contractual
it's-
obligation, right?
it's a major plot twist because it triggers you to start drinking again, and part of
Yeah.
your character's thing is you quit drinking
Yeah.
because it triggers you to become this other person, like an alternate identity. So was it difficult to try to figure out, okay, how do I be Jim in one scene and then transition
in the
into
other?
the Jack character?
Yes, kind of weird actually. Without giving, well, it's like a Jekyll and Hyde situation, but I didn't know about the levels of alcoholism. I actually didn't know what they were. My dad was an alcoholic, so I should have known, but we didn't really kind of. We were British, so it was stiff upper lip, and nobody gets counselling, nobody gets therapy. That's what the Americans do, and so it was a bit like that, So you never really delve, you never really go into that stuff. So we had to for this, and I didn't know about blackout. The next stage up, which is mentioned, but through another character later on in the series, is wet brain. Wet brain is where your brain is literally floating in the skull. You've gone. But the blackout thing, we had to be very careful of, because when he drinks, the character drinks, he becomes this other guy. Mm-hmm. Now, who remembers what? And I had to be Jim, the guy that he is at the beginning, doesn't know Jack, doesn't know anything that this guy does, but he wakes up, for example, covered in blood, and he has no idea why. So we had to get a little rule book together just for the actors that were kind of affected by it, of who was what and how they behaved and who remembers what and so on. It's very, very strange.
Wow. That's complex.
It's like there's a scene at some point in the show, and I don't know what episode it comes in, because who knows. I wake up with a naked woman on the floor.
Oh yeah. She has some
Yeah.
nice boobies.
Who
And-
played that woman?
But
dude?
I don't know who
It's
she
Indian
is.
reservation.
And then I go into that's not even that one.
Oh,
that's
not-
just later.
Oh, again.
And then I go into the bathroom, and there's another one, and there's a message on the mirror that I've written to myself. And so we had to be very, very. And then no, I can't give.
You can give yo.
But we had to be very clear about who was who, very, very, and who knows what,
Right.
as we were progressing through. And now we're going back in to do another season.
Because that emphasizes the severity of how his drinking affects him as a person.
Also, there are times when, for example, his wife wants that guy around.
Right.
The wife want the drunk around, or the other
for very particular reasons, like not just that one.
Mm-hmm.
Your mind went there, but also he's a very, very violent guy, and he becomes necessary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good. Good sales. Good sale. That's a good
Yeah.
sale.
Really
Tim
trying
Roth.
not to-
I like that. I like that.
Spoiler alert.
It's worth. Trust me, it's worth your time. Watch it on Amazon Prime Friday, September 29th. 10-star. I'm starring Tim Roth. We got a lot of callers, so I'm gonna try to go through as many as
Do you
possible.
want me to do this now?
Yeah, you might have to. Yeah. Okay. All right. Armando from L.A. Go ahead, real
Armando.
quick. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm going to turn that down.
What's up, everybody? What's up, Tim? How you doing?
Hiya. Hello, mate. How you doing? All right. That's very.
What's up, brother?
Are you in LA?
Yeah, I'm in LA, bro. I'm a young fan. I'm 20 years old. I kind of grew up on Quentin, so
Oh yeah.
you know, I'm a big fan of you, man. I was surprised first because I watched Pulp Fiction first. So when
Okay.
I saw you do that role as a criminal, and then I saw you play a cop in Reservoir Dogs, that's when I knew you were a good actor. So.
Which, by the way, I'm the good guy in that, which people do forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'm the good guy, as they say, ish.
All right. You got a question, Armando?
Yeah, what you got? We can just chat if you like. That looks like the guy out of... I'm sorry.
Armando, you have a question?
I'm watching the TV.
No, man, I just wanted to say what's up to Tim.
Oh,
man, thank
that
you,
was
man. All right,
nice
let me get a
way.
question.
Nice.
All
And
right.
by the way, LA is very cool.
All right.
Yes.
Hey, we got
So we're down with that.
Ryan from Indiana on the
Hi,
line.
Ryan.
Not so cool.
Good morning, family. Happy Friday. Tim Roth, first and foremost, let me say I'm a big fan of
Friday.
yours. You've been in a lot of roles that I consider classic, underrated, truly classics. My main question to you, because I'm always interested in talking with people who have some type of experience with Tupac, because you get different stories. He was such a multifaceted individual. What was your experience working with him on the set of Gridlock?
God, he's good. I've got to take these off because I can't.
Yeah, go
I'll
ahead.
put them
That's
back
all right.
on for the
Go
thing.
ahead.
I'll talk to you right now. I didn't want to work with him. First of all, I claim full English white arsehole privilege. I didn't know who he was.
Okay.
Which fair play, right?
Yeah.
So I just wasn't my world, wasn't my kind of world of experience. And can I?
You can
talk
say
about this?
whatever you like.
Okay, cool. So it was going to be another actor that was playing that role that Tupac did, but who pulled out at kind of the last minute-ish, who was somebody that I actually really wanted to work with, and so we were left without a cast. Are we good?
Yeah.
So somebody waving. So we were left.
Tim be everywhere, man.
So we were left without a cast. We were buggered, right?
Yeah.
So then the director comes up to me and says, "Listen, there's this rapper," and I said, "Stop right there." So first of all, I want an actor to work with, like a real wanker,
This is-
English
this is-
wanker type guy.
The person who never took acting lessons
And
and got
won't
it.
audition.
I need an actor.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, but I actually kind of got scared a bit, where I was like, "Oh no, I need an actor to work with. This is, it's just going to be difficult." Is that and then I kind of was again. I still didn't know who Tupac was. Did that whole thing. Then I got nominated for some award or whatever, and I was on a red carpet. This is typical bullshit, right? And Quincy Jones comes up to me out of the blue and goes, "You've got to give that guy a chance." And I went, "Right, you are, sir." And you do. If Quincy Jones comes up to you, basically do as you're told. So I did as I was told, and I met him. It was a little restaurant I used to love to go to, and it had a garden in the back, and they shut the garden down. I had no idea what was coming. Yeah. And then I'm sitting in there with a director, and I'm like, what the fuck is this about? And in walks the security team, who I got to know very well. They all walked and cleared it. Went out. In walked about 3 women. Just sat in the corner. As you do.
Yeah.
And
reporters.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And then stenographers, actually.
Yeah.
And then in walks Tupac, and he sits down with me, and he tells me what that character is about and what the film's about, and I went, oh shit, this guy's good. Like, he was on his game. So going back to your question about what he was like on set, the only argument we had, and I got in his face about it, he was tired. And I'm like, why are you so fucking tired, man? Mm-hmm. Because he was writing, producing, rapping. He was in the studios down at Death Row at night. Uh-huh. He was directing the videos that he was in virtually and in them. And I'm like, no, you're not allowed to do that. You can't do that. Not doing that. Not on my time. I need you now. We need you now. Mm-hmm. Just put it on hold, which he did. And he completely just put all the stuff on the burner, left it back there, and showed up. And I think he's the best thing in the film. It's a little film that was made. I think he's fantastic. And I was just trying to keep up with him. Mm-hmm. He was an actor before he was a rapper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was what he did.
Yeah.
So anyway, in answer to your question, I loved him.
Thanks for your question, Ryan from Indiana. Thank you, Tim Roth, man, for being a guest on our show, man. That was so fun. Come back anytime, man.
Yeah, man.
Even if you don't have nothing to promote, it's not about that. We just wanted to
I
see
could
your
actually just come over there.
Yeah, just come watch videos, man. Come watch music videos.
All right. Videos.
Okay, 10-star premiering on Amazon Prime Friday, September 29th, starring Tim Roth. Make sure you
no idea who
watch
that is.
it. Okay, and up next, Karuchi Tran is here.
Karuchi, Virginia, from Claus.
Yeah, you know who Karuchi is?
I don't know anybody. I am crap. I am just crap at this. My kids laugh at me all the time, which is their job. But to laugh at me. But
Show
I mean, again,
It's Sway in the morning.
Karuchi Tran is up next. And,